Hey, I'm Willy Minnix. I am the head of ART, the Academy of Renaissance Thinking, and I'm here today to teach you how to be ambidextrous. So this is the second video on ambidexterity exercises, and in the first video we talked about taking a bunch of random coins and using your offhand to separate them into different piles. And so I'm going to adjust my camera down and we're going to go to step 2 of this process so that you can learn how to make use of your offhand. So just like we did in the previous video, whoops, let me readjust the camera. There we go. Just like we did in the previous video, you are going to reach and take out coins and separate them into different piles, and you're only going to use your offhand. So I'm predominantly I write with my left hand, but I'm fairly ambidextrous myself. But for this instance, I'm going to use my right hand because that's not the hand that I write with. So I do a lot of things with my right hand, but I don't write with it normally. So my left hand, I'm going to put it back here and sit on it. And my right hand, and I really recommend sitting on your hand because it's so easy to just fall into using your dominant hand or wanting to bring your dominant hand into the exercise. This quarter is going to go in the quarter pile, but now that I've got a quarter pile going, I'm not just going to leave it in the quarter pile, I'm actually going to physically stack up my coins that are in the quarter pile and make a stack out of them. And if that is your offhand, you are going to find that it's difficult. One of the most difficult are the dimes and the pennies because they're small, and so they take really tight dexterity of your finger dexterity to get that stack developed. The nickels are smooth on the side as well as the pennies, and so they're a little bit difficult to stack up, but if you practice it, you can get pretty good at doing this. And for me, you know, I play piano and guitar and mandolin and a lot of different instruments, so I'm pretty good at using both hands, and I can actually write fairly well with either hand also, so I don't have too hard of a time with this exercise. But I will say that of all the coins, the dimes are the ones that probably give me the most trouble, and the pennies are probably the ones that give me the next biggest amount of trouble. Now, if you find that this exercise is really hard, then one of the things you might want to do is get 50-cent pieces or gold dollars or whatever they've got at the bank and use those to help you make this exercise just a little bit more easy for you to grasp. And then you move down, like maybe you might start by getting all of the quarters, and you go through your pile and you stack up every quarter that you can find and you put them on the side. Okay, see, even though I'm pretty good at this, I still have some trouble a little bit. Then when you get the bigger coins done, then say, okay, well, let me move down to the nickels. So I'm going to go to the nickels. And sometimes when you start with a small stack, a small stack's not too difficult to keep stacked up. But as your stack gets higher and higher, what you're going to find is it becomes increasingly more difficult to keep that stack from falling over as you lay a new coin on it. It's kind of like the Jenga game or the tower or the timber game that some people play where they have to pull out the block. Well, this is like that, and you don't want to drop those nickels or the quarters or whatever onto the table. You want to keep it stacked up, so you have to learn how to use your hand to make it stay and not fall over. So that's an exercise that you can do. There's one more exercise that I'm going to add to this coin thing, and that'll be in the next video that's going to come out next week. So be sure to watch that, and if you practice this for a week and get really good at it, or 3 or 4 days or however long it's going to be, I think that when you come back to the video next week, you're going to find that this activity is not too hard, and then we can add that extra level for the next activity, which I think will be an interesting challenge for you. So if you like this video and you want to see the next one, please think about subscribing. You can hit that subscribe button down there, and I would really appreciate it. And it will get you set up so that next week when the new video comes out, you'll be able to continue practicing the ambidexterity exercises. So God bless you. You have a good day, and I will see you in the next video. Let's see. How many more nickels can I stack before it all falls over? At least I got 2 more.